Today we're going to talk about Notes 11-4, Part 2. We're going to write the equation of a line. So let's start with the date as 2/14, and you can put in your page number. Writing the equation of a line requires you to do an extra step from some things that we've already been doing. So we just keep building and building off of the things that we learn on a day-to-day basis. So given 2 points, we're going to find the slope. After we've found the slope, we need to substitute it into y equals mx plus b with either one of the 2 points they gave us because we're trying to find the value of b. And then once we have the m and the b, we're going to put the values back into our equation, y equals mx plus b. And so now we will have, from 2 points, an equation for that line. Here we have example number 1. It says, write an equation of the line passing through the points 1, 2, and 3, 10. So if we don't have graph paper, we need to algebraically be able to do this. And so we're going to use our slope formula, which is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we did this the other day, and we've been practicing this on a day-to-day basis. And so we start by saying, okay, 10 minus 2, both my y-coordinates, all over 3 minus 1, which are both my x-coordinates. That gives me 8 over 2, which simplifies to a positive 4. So our slope is m equals 4. Now we will use our happy hat, y equals mx plus b, and then we just pick one of the 2 points, and it doesn't matter which one, we will get the same answer with whichever one we use. So I'm going to pick 1, 2. 1 is my x, 2 is my y. And I'm going to put in 2 for y. My slope I found was 4 times x, which is the value of 1 for this point, or this ordered pair, plus b. Now I'm solving for b. So I have 2 equals 4 plus b, because 4 times 1 is 4. To isolate b to get it all by itself, I'm solving a one-step equation, so I am subtracting 4 from both sides. Here we have that 4 minus 4 is 0. We are left with b equals 2 minus 4, which is a negative 2. So now we have a value for m and a value for b. We're going to plug it into our y equals mx plus b as y equals m is 4, x plus b, or in this case it's a minus 2. And we need to practice that again, but at any time throughout the video, please pause me. If you think you have this, go ahead and try it on your own, and then fast forward to see or watch to see if you've gotten the same answer. But we're doing the same exact steps. Write an equation with the 2 points, 2, negative 1, and 5, comma 3. First step, finding the slope. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And our y coordinates are 3 minus a negative 1. And our x coordinates are 5 minus 2. So m equals, well, 3 minus a negative 1, those two negatives are going to cancel each other out, and we're going to actually have 3 plus 1. And then we have 5 minus 2, which is a positive 3. So our slope, 4/3. And now I'm going to use y equals mx plus b to find the value of b. So which coordinates do we want to use? We can pick 5, comma 3 if you would like. It doesn't matter. You can pick either one. So 3 for my y coordinate, 4/3 x, which is 5, plus b. So now we're dealing with some fraction answers. So we have 3 equals 20 over 3. Remember, you can put that into your calculator as 20, the ABC key, 3, plus b. Solving for b, we're isolating b, so we need to cancel out on, or do on each side, but cancel out the 20 over 3 by subtracting it. And we always have to do things on the same side, or on opposite sides of the equal sign. And 3 minus 20 over 3 will give us b equals negative 3 and 2/3. And so now I'm going to put these answers together, my m and b, into my equation y equals mx plus b, my slope-intercept form. Y equals, m is 4/3, x plus b, or in this case, minus 3 and 2/3. So those 2 points fall on this linear equation. Okay, we have example number 3. This is our last example for today. And it says, write the equation of a line passing through the points -4, 6, and 8, -6. And I'm actually going to go one step further with this when we do it, and I'm going to actually plot the points and graph the line as extra practice. So m equals -6 minus 6, those are my y coordinates, over 8 minus a -4, those are my x coordinates. And so I have -12 over, well, these become positive, so a positive 12. That gives me a slope of -1. And if I plot those 2 points, -4, positive 6 is here, and 8, -6, which is going to be way over here, one extra space off of my graph paper. And so my line looks like that, or something similar to it, since I don't have a straight edge on this app. And starting to find, where is that line crossing the y-axis? Which point do we want to use here? Let's use this first one. So the 6, the y-coordinate is 6. The slope was -1. The x is -4. We're solving for b. We have 6 equals +4, because -1 times -4 is +4, plus b. And I am subtracting 4 from both sides in order to solve this equation. So b is equal to 2. So you can see my line is a little off because I don't have it going through +2 at the y-axis. So let's see how I can make this graph even better. And that's one of the things that knowing the slope and the y-intercept helps us with when we know a bunch of points on this line. So the equation of this line is y equals the slope, -1, x, plus b, which is 2. And so there's my y-intercept. -4, +6 was another point on this line, and 8, -6 was another point on this line. And since the slope is -1, I know I'm going to go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and so on, and so on. And so I have all the points that I can possibly graph to get me an even straighter line. And that line has the linear equation y equals -1x plus 2. Now that about sums up everything that we have done this week. And we are going to practice all 9 to 10 of these different skills and put them all together in class tomorrow.